So big news in the drone world, one of DJI's biggest competitors is throwing in the towel on two of their most popular consumer drones, the Evo Nano and the Evo Lite. Let's find out more. So Autel Robotics is getting out of the consumer drone game. Great. Well, what's left for us? Well, pretty much just DJI, Antigravity, Hover Air, and a bunch of nameless Amazon specials that you may not even want to give to your kids as stocking stuffers on Christmas morning. Oh, and of course there's that yellow and black, totally not a DJI, but it's totally a DJI Mini 4 Pro clone. So Autel was one of the few drone manufacturers that made it into retail stores and offered a comprehensive platform for quite a long time in the consumer space. The Evo series was a direct competitor for the Mavic and the Mavic Air series, and a pretty good feature parity, of course, at a bit of a higher price point. So the Nano series came out as a direct competitor to the mini drones and initially had what looked to be arguably a better camera on paper. We've seen most of these drones in action over the years in either commercial or recreational operations, and at flight reviews here at Coastal Drone, in a lot of cases, they're pretty comparable to DJI drones. So now, taking a page from the Skydio playbook, Autel has decided to only focus on enterprise drone operations and to simplify their product stack by eliminating their entire consumer drone line. So what exactly is going away? Well, there's the sub 250 gram micro drone series, the Evo Nano and the Nano Plus, which were first launched back in late 2021. So these micro drones were pretty impressive at the time, with 48 megapixel stills, 4K video, 3-axis gimbal stabilization, obstacle avoidance, and about 28 minutes of flight time. What else is on the chopping block? Well, the mid-sized Evo Lite and Lite Plus series, which were larger drones around 800 grams and targeted at the DJI Air and Mavic series pilots. The Lite Plus had a 1-inch CMOS sensor, variable aperture, which the Air doesn't, as well as night mode and up to 40 minutes of flight time. So why is this a loss? Well, if you've been watching our channel for more than 10 minutes, you'll notice that we've been tracking the slow decline in consumer drone competition for some time now. Alternatives have been shrinking. GoPro left the space, Skydio left the space, and now Autel is shifting to just enterprise hardware. That means that the future drones from Autel will be more specialized, more complex, and not aimed at everyday pilots, aka they're going to be more expensive. And this is kind of bad timing too. The Insta360/Antigravity A1 is one of the first original consumer drones in years, and overall, options are getting slimmer. And if the DJI ban goes ahead, Americans are going to have very few consumer drones to choose from, which pretty much means we're f***ed. So for Autel owners out there, we thank you for your service. And thank you for taking a chance on something that wasn't DJI and fostering a season of competition. And here's what you should know as a current owner. So as of July 18th, 2025, production's over, and when these Autel drones are gone, they're gone forever. Customer support will continue until the 18th of July in 2030, which means firmware updates and repairs for the next 5 years. Accessories like batteries and propellers are still going to be available for now, but stocking up is probably a good idea, or maybe you should start looking for aftermarket options. And of course, enterprise drones from Autel are not going to be affected by this change, and we'll likely see a renewed focus on hopefully some more competitive offerings in the thermal, multispectral, and other commercial drone spaces. So for now, don't panic. But if you really love your Evo, maybe don't fly it through that grove of trees tomorrow without a little more practice. Insta360 just launched the Go Ultra, which is a 53 gram detachable pocket 4K action camera. Some notable improvements over the previous Insta360 Go 3S is it's got a larger sensor, now at 1/1.28 inches. It has an onboard AI chip that is more efficient and a smaller processor, so 5 nanometer instead of 28, better battery life, etc. And of course now it's got double the frame rate at 4K 60 frames per second. They've added an ambient light sensor and also pure video mode for low light performance, and an active HDR mode. One of the big standouts is it's now featuring removable storage, so you can have a micro SD card on board instead of just relying on the limited internal storage. Battery life has nearly doubled at up to 70 minutes on just the standalone detachable camera, and then if you add in the back or the action pod, you get up to 200 minutes of runtime. Fast charge times have also been improved, with only 12 minutes to get the standalone part to 80% and about 18 minutes to get the action pod up to that same 80% point. Insta360's also changed the audio modes a little bit, with auto wind noise reduction in both a strong and weak mode, a voice enhancement feature, and it has the regular stereo recording still. And like I said, the camera is 53 grams, so it's a great discreet portable camera for wearing or for mounting on the top of a custom FPV drone. Pricing starts at $599 Canadian for the standard bundle, which includes a quick release safety cord, magnetic easy clip, and a magnetic pendant, which apparently, if you have a pacemaker, could be bad for you. But fear not, the camera also comes in both black and white. Next up, a quick note about Antigravity's A1, the upcoming 360 drone. Twitter user Maro Tandoy reports a price point of around $1,300 US. And of course, DJI isn't slowing down either. We're seeing evidence of not just one, but two new aircraft. So of course, we've already talked about it, but there's been a product page screenshot or possibly an FTC filing that points to the Mini 5. But wait, there's more, something called the DJI Neo 2. Now the original Neo was one of the hottest releases last year, so it makes sense that they're gonna wanna build on that momentum. And of course, number must go up. Hopefully though, we'll see some camera improvements in the Neo because personally I felt that the biggest letdown was the image quality with the limited kind of rehashed Mini 2 sensor that was in the Neo. Another leak shows an image speculated to be the DJI Avata 3. We love the first two Avatas, especially the second one because it was a little less screamy, and still think they're some of the best turnkey options for anyone that wants to get into FPV drones right away. If a third generation is coming, more agility would probably be at the top of our wish list, so it stops flipping over and dying randomly. And finally, DJI looks to be testing a 360-degree drone of their own in a heavily camouflaged image shown on Reddit by anonymous poster in r/Insta360 drones. The poster claims an October release date, and as we find out more, we'll let you know right away. So as always, we'll keep tracking these stories, but it looks like fall and winter could be packed with some new hardware releases. Speaking of releases, did you know that Coastal Drone is about to release our Level 1 Complex Online Drone Ground School? Our online on-demand drone training is available anywhere, everywhere, around the world, delivered right to you in your office, your bedroom, or even on a horse. If you're looking to get certified to fly a drone beyond line of sight in Canada, or just fly advanced or basic operations, we've got you covered in a warm, fuzzy cardigan of compliance. You could even go from nothing to certified in just this afternoon if you took our online basic course. For more information, visit us at coastaldrone.co, sign up, pass the test, and fly with confidence in record time. Speaking of records, a drone recently smashed a world record for drone flight time endurance. Sci-Fi has set a new Guinness World Record for electric multi-rotors in the 5 to 20 kilogram class. Small drones. They managed 3 hours, 11 minutes, and 54 seconds of continuous flight. That's almost an hour longer than the previous record. Sci-Fi's aircraft uses an all-electric design with high efficiency forward optimized rotorcraft technology. Why does this matter? Because it pushes multi-rotor drones from being just minutes in the air machines to hours in the air machines. This kind of endurance opens doors for true long range and beyond visual line of sight operations without relying on docks or constant battery swaps or tethers or complicated hybrid power plants. Think corridor inspections, search and rescue, wildfire monitoring, agriculture, surveying, and mapping, of course. It's a big step forward for multi-rotors, and it lines up with the FAA's proposed Part 108 rulemaking, which is shaping the future for beyond line-of-sight operations. This drone will also be a perfect fit for Canadian Level 1 complex operations with its extended flight time. So here's some drone-adjacent headlines that we couldn't figure out where else to put in the script. A drone captured the relocation of Sweden's historic Kiruna Church, which is a 113-year-old red timber landmark. It's 35 meters tall and it weighs over 600 tons. And it was moved 5 kilometers to protect it from ground fissures caused by mining. Engineers lifted it onto modular transporters and cleared the roads and moved the church intact. So you can check out the drone time-lapse of this happening. That's the drone part. In the Philippines, drones are being used to combat illegal mining. The Mines and Geosciences Bureau in northern Mindanao uncovered a large-scale operation along a riverbank. Inspections showed nearly 5 hectares of land had been excavated, so authorities hope drones will make enforcement stronger and protect the environment from long-term damage. And it's almost September, which means it's drone show season. So if you're heading down to Vegas, we'll be seeing you at the Commercial UAV Expo. Look for me and Finn wandering the halls, checking out the latest and greatest in drone technology. The show runs from September 2nd to 4th at the Caesars Forum in Las Vegas, with over 225 exhibitors and over 6,000 attendees from 60 countries registered so far. And in November, it's the Aerial Evolution Association of Canada's conference in Edmonton, Alberta, from November 4th to 6th at the Edmonton International Airport. So both shows plan to offer live drone demonstrations and technology exhibits, workshops in support of regulatory changes, and of course vendor booths showcasing the newest in drone technology. So if you see us at either, be sure to say hello. Just don't sneak up on Finn because he'll ink if you startle him. So that's it for this week's episode of Weekly Drone News. But don't worry, unlike Autel, we'll be back for more next week. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and also that notification bell so you know when a new episode comes out before all your friends. And then you can brag about it and tell them that you knew something that they didn't. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.